This week for BBS Week 6, starting off with QB, my boom this week, and I feel like you're going to be a little surprised, is Matt Ryan.
I am surprised.
You are surprised. There is a funny stat that I was looking for, which why it took so long. Anytime there is a head coaching change, the following week, a quarterback has always done better. True. I mean, we saw it with Deshaun Watson. Am I wrong?
I guess. But you're saying always. So you're guaranteeing
he will get better than 7 points this past week.
Okay, I can do better than 7 points.
True. No, but I mean, the matchup is favorable. Falcons, they're desperate. They've been desperate. They get a new head coach. And for the listeners that don't know, Dan Quinn, who was the coach prior, he loves running the ball. I don't think that is the way you do it with the weapons that you have necessarily all the time. So I see Matt Ryan having a good game against the Vikings, who
they have a decent pass defense.
I don't know. Those corners in that last drive against the Seahawks were horrendous. Like horrendous.
Okay, that was...
You could have played better D.
That is true.
Like it was just so bad.
It was against DK though.
But no one touched DK. Like,
I guess.
Anyways, but I see Matt Ryan having a bounce back game this week. I'm not saying he's gonna have like a 20 plus point game, but I could see close to 20, and I think that is good enough.
Okay.
At least personally, if I had that, I would have won my game. So I like Matt Ryan here as my boom.
Okay. All right. For my boom is Kirk Cousins on the other side.
Okay.
Definitely not the same reason from you, but they're playing the Falcons, and every week so far, when a QB comes in, or any team playing against the Falcons, that QB has gotten at least 20 points. Every week. And then the QBs have thrown for at least 300 yards minimum.
Yep.
Every game. The only reason why I say QBs is because the only exception is the Bears game where Nick Foles and Trubisky both played. So I combined those stats together, and they both fulfilled.
True. You know, my boom was Teddy Bridgewater last week, and he killed it because they were playing the Falcons.
And he was my sleeper last week because he was playing the Falcons. But yeah, so Kirk Cousins, boom.
Okay.
Yep.
Sweet. On to the bust. You know what? I was really trying hard to pick one this week, but it's just like this one to me was the only one that just yelled "stay away." It's Carson Wentz.
Okay.
I wasn't trying to pick him because I almost felt like it's kind of obvious. But then when I saw that 70% of people still have him, like get him off your roster. Like do not start Carson Wentz this week. He leads the NFL in picks.
Oh, does he?
Or I think he's top 3 for sure.
I could believe that.
Like it's horrendous. I don't even know how they were in the game last week. He threw two picks. So
it's because of Miles Sanders.
Oh, that's true. No, but another interesting stat. Another aside from how bad he is, something interesting that I also realized is Lane Johnson, the Pro Bowl right tackle. He's out. Yeah. So I mean, against the Ravens D, I don't see why he would start.
Well, I'm glad you chose Wentz because I chose Wentz.
Okay.
You know, like you said, it's.
You know what? I want to preface by saying this. Anytime you and I have both picked 2 players, they've done the complete opposite.
No. Okay.
So maybe you guys should start Carson Wentz.
No. I will say that a lot of times it has gone the other way, but we were right
about
on.
Because the 3 that come to my mind is Hopkins, James Conner, and Robert Woods. And they've killed it.
I feel like there was one where we both chose it.
Okay.
And it did well.
Okay, but sorry, I didn't want to interject. But
I know, but I thought about that. Because when he said Wentz, I'm like, dang, another one we both agree on. I mean, we technically agreed on Teddy Bridgewater last week, you know.
True.
He did well.
He did well. Okay.
But anyways, to go off what you were saying, Wentz has been pretty abysmal this year. They're playing against the Ravens, who have allowed only 0-1 passing touchdowns to all QBs except for the exception of Patrick Mahomes.
Who's an outlier.
Yeah, he is the outlier. I would not start Wentz, even though both of us chose Wentz as our buzz. I would not start Wentz regardless.
Yeah.
I would start Tannehill over Wentz. I would start
Or Matt Ryan.
I'm pretty sure a lot of Matt Ryans will be out there after this past week.
Yeah. For my sleeper pick, I'm going with a guy that was on fire this past week, Ryan Fitzpatrick.
Oh,
Fitzmagic, the beard. Looking into his stats, and maybe it's just because it's the Dolphins, I do not pay attention to them. From ever since after week 1, he's averaged 25 points. Fantasy points,
Wow.
which is insane.
Yeah.
I actually wished I would have checked who the top quarterbacks are after week 1. I'm sure he's probably top 10.
I mean, top 10 for sure if he's averaging
Or
that
probably
many.
top 5 then. It's insane.
Yeah.
So on top of that, Broncos are 21st in terms of giving up pass yards. They give about 250 yards a game.
Mhm.
They're banged up. They don't have, the pass rushers that we're used to.
Wait. They're not playing the Broncos. Who are they playing? They're playing the Jets.
Oh, the Jets, even better. Even better that
Yeah.
they're playing the Jets.
Yeah. It's like that weird COVID schedule.
That's right. Oh yeah, that's right. I wrote this before that. They're playing the Jets, so I would say pick up Ryan Fitzpatrick.
Okay, so my sleeper this week for QB is Sam Darnold. I don't think a lot of people have him. I don't think a lot of people think about him as being anything fantasy relevant because he's on the Jets. But they are playing Miami this week. And I just feel, and then even though Miami has pretty good corners, they have allowed a lot of yardage. And after that performance we saw from Darnold against the Broncos, where we know that at least he could run the ball now, I have a little bit more faith in Darnold. And I feel like a lot of people, if they need that sleeper pick, Dak losers, whatever is left on your free agency, he is a sneaky pick, in my opinion.
You are a ballsy motherfucker.
Yeah, I go big.
Yeah, you go big on that. Okay.
But yeah.
Okay, we'll see.